Hey guys, I'm Paul.
And I'm Bea.
And this is Everything is 𝗀𝗏.
So today we're talking about our experience being 1 year into the Spanish citizenship. So we've just completed being Spanish citizens for a year now, and we wanted to give you guys an update on our immigration journey. So if you saw our last video update, we got our citizenship around July of 2024, and since then we have learned that we still have some steps that we had to take. So just because we have our passport and our DNI or like that card doesn't mean that we were done. So we're gonna list those down today for the curious or for those who are just becoming Spanish citizens. This is called the Certificado de Correspondencia.
This is another Spanish bureaucracy hurdle that we had to go through. Another attempt at getting appointments at a police station so that we could get an official letter so we could update all our information with our banks, City Hall, DGT, our landlord, and the public health center since we already have DNIs instead of the NIES.
We also had to register with Social Security, and since Paul is now self-employed, we also had to tell them that he is now self-employed.
Second, we learned that we could still lose our Spanish citizenship if we decided to live outside of Spain and use our Filipino nationality exclusively, meaning this could be lost by only using the Filipino passport when traveling and failing to renew our Spanish passport.
So that was a whoa, what? And speaking of losing citizenship, we stopped being Filipino citizens the moment we swore in, temporarily. By Philippine law, once we acquire another citizenship, then we will need to go to the Philippine embassy to tell them that we want to retain our Filipino citizenship, which is for Valencia, that would be in Barcelona. We have to go to the consulate assigned to us in Barcelona. Luckily, the Philippine Consulate General of Barcelona had an outreach and came to Valencia, and we were able to apply for dual citizenship here. To be honest, I teared up a bit when the Consul General spoke and said that Filipinos will always be welcoming to fellow Filipinos. So this is the term of kapwa that we know. So that was like, until now I'm talking about it, I'm like getting teary-eyed. So this is why we always choose to come home to the Philippines every year. And speaking of going home to the Philippines, so we've always had trouble with our like check-in luggages because it's either they're too big for my brother's car or the handles
for anyone's
car. Not just my brother, sorry brother. Or the handles have already disintegrated, so it's actually time to replace those luggages. We've also tried traveling with like duffels that have just wheels on the rear, and the problem with those is that they're so hard to maneuver, and also you have to put them down like that. You can't just stand them up because they're duffels. And the worst thing about those were twice we were stopped at customs. It was him that was stopped at customs. I guess maybe because the duffels don't look like sophisticated enough, and I don't know what it was, but when we traveled with those, we would always get stopped. So it was time to replace the luggages, and Level 8 sent us these gorgeous ones that I cannot wait to open for you guys. So yeah, thank you for watching this quick ad break. First up, we have the Voyager 26 in Celadon Blue with 93 liters capacity. The Voyager is a Newsweek Reader's Choice Awards winner, and what made me pick this is the colorful exterior in micro diamond finish, which makes it easy to spot in a sea of luggages. I was also intrigued by the wide handle, which makes the luggage not only roomier inside because there's no bumps in the middle, but also makes it easier to maneuver, twist, and turn.
Next is the 𝗪𝗫𝗫 24, check-in luggage in blue, and it's zipperless. The 𝗪𝗫𝗫𝗬 comes with 2 snaps and has a 68-liter capacity. This looks so stylish with the aerospace grade, aluminum magnesium alloy frame and aluminum protectors. The handles close softly, giving it a more elegant feel. Both luggages are equipped with TSA locks, and the outer shell is German-made Macrolon polycarbonate material. Inside, the luggages have interior compressed systems for neat, secure stowing, and a large dry-wet separation pocket for smart, clean organization. 360-degree ultra-smooth spinner wheels for seamless movement through airports and roads. What I love about these products? Well, for starters, they both look sleek, secure, and elevated. Of course, the quality of materials used are immediately noticeable. Even the wheels felt high quality and not plasticky. And also, the rectangular design can fit more items inside while taking up less space in the trunk of a car.
I doubt very much that customs will stop us now when we roll these sleek babies out. Level 8 offers free shipping to the US, Canada, and Europe, fast delivery of just 3 to 7 days, and they offer customer support and a lifetime warranty on their luggages. Plus, you get to take advantage of a 15% discount when using our code BOFO15 at checkout. Now back to our video.
Since acquiring Spanish citizenship, we've been able to travel visa-free to Turkey and apply online for the ETA for the UK. Before that, we always had to apply for visas at the embassies to be able to go on vacations to the US and Japan. That usually meant preparing travel itineraries, including paid accommodations and flights, and showing financial paperwork.
We also have to travel all the way to the embassies, which are oftentimes located in Madrid or Barcelona. So for the US embassy, it was in Madrid, and then for the Japanese embassy, that was in Barcelona. And then staying at least overnight in a hotel, and also stressing about those appointments. So even when we've provided all the necessary documents, it's not a guarantee that we will get approved. So during the appointment, we're very nervous. We want to make sure that we brought everything because, example for the US, we booked that appointment a year in advance. We couldn't get anything earlier. So we wanted to make sure that we got everything right. And it can get kind of like tense, like stressful, right?
Yeah, and those overnight stays were not cheap.
Yeah. So. Just to get that visa on our passport. And then we also have to travel back a week or so afterwards to pick up those passports because we leave those passports with them. So that's also another added expense. But now with our Spanish passports, all of that is behind us. So no more embassies. Well, mostly for most countries, no more embassies and no more overnight trips. And that's such a relief for us. The most important part of being a Spaniard and Paul being self-employed is that we are both entered into the public health system because Paul is making contributions. I benefit from the same because I am his dependent.
This was super valuable when we were in Salobreña, which is a beautiful small town in Andalusia, and the nearest hospital was a public hospital in Motril. I was hospitalized for 9 days, and if it weren't for the public healthcare system, we would have had to drive 1 hour to Granada so that we could use our private insurance. So for that, we're very fortunate to be already in the public health system. Now when we get to the airport, the EU line is so much quicker. We go straight to the kiosks, we scan our passports, and we're through in seconds. Now I look forward to those kiosks every time, and it still feels so surreal to be able to use them. Because before we fall in line to the foreigners, and I always look at those kiosks and I'm like, when will it happen?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, when we were in the US, we had to go through, like we had questions. They would ask us questions, and it's never like I guess it's always a stressful thing to be asked questions.
It's never.
What
a
are you
fun
doing here?
experience,
How long are you gonna stay? All of that. And now with our Spanish passport, we just go to a kiosk and we enter.
Such a great feeling to be welcomed home by just like any other Spanish citizen.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell. Shout out to our subscribers for always being awesome. Thanks to the people who support our channel by subscribing, commenting, giving us super thanks, and tipping us with our Buy Us a Coffee link. If you want to pick our brains and book a 60-minute consultation, we have a link for that, and we can give our honest opinions about topics that we haven't covered in our videos.
Thanks to the people in our Facebook group for being awesome members, for generously helping each other.
So this first year has really shown us how many doors the Spanish passport has opened, and we're excited for all the years ahead. Where else can we go? What else can we do? So yeah, and people have been asking us what's in store for us, right?
Or they also ask, where are you gonna go for vacation? So the pressure is real. So since people have been asking us that now that we are citizens, if we intend to stay in Valencia, and while we don't want to close our doors to other opportunities in the future, we can confidently say that we would love to hopefully buy a property here in Spain.
So for the time being, we're here. Expect more videos about Valencia and our life here in Spain, and we hope you continue to follow along. That's it.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Bye.